changing your life one story at a time. This is the Chicken Soup for the Soul podcast with Editor-in-Chief Amy Newmark.
Hey, it's Amy Newmark with your daily dose of Chicken Soup for the Soul inspiration to make you simply happy. Today, I want to talk about being a parent and something that will make you very happy if you're a parent and more respectful of your parents if you're a kid. While I was raising my kids, especially during their teenage years, I kept telling myself to just soldier on and dispense all that advice that my kids definitely didn't want to hear because I figured that some of it was getting into their heads anyway. It was worth taking all their flack to have a chance of making an impact and influencing those rebellious, sometimes disrespectful brains. Julie Hornock wrote a story about this in our latest book for mothers, Chicken Soup for the Soul, Best Mom Ever. She opens her story by talking about a Mother's Day brunch she went to with her mother when she was a teenager. It was in a giant hotel ballroom full of mothers and daughters, and it was as elegant as could be. There were beautiful round tables covered with white linen tablecloths, sterling silver utensils, and fancy china. There were beautiful floral centerpieces, and all the mothers and daughters were dressed up, and Julie was too, even though she would much rather have worn jeans and a t-shirt. Julie wanted to be anywhere but at that fancy brunch with her mom. Some of the other daughters were really into it, though. One girl sang a beautiful song about her mother, and Julie's mom got tears in her eyes from that. Before she sang, the girl even had proclaimed that her mom was her confidant and her comfort and the, quote, wind beneath her wings. Julie thought that was nice for her, but Julie didn't need her mom the way that girl did. Julie was 13 years old, and she already had it all figured out. She didn't need her mom to create the wind beneath her wings. In fact, Julie was very independent. She really did take flight herself. She spread her wings and went to college out of state. She got married. She had her first baby. She was sailing along without any help from her mom. And then she had a second child, and that child was diagnosed with autism, and Julie's independent streak came to an abrupt halt. She needed help. Julie's mom swept in and did all the right things. She read the research. She took notes on each book for Julie. She took Julie's older child out for special dates so that he could continue to live a somewhat normal life despite what was going on with his sister. Julie's mom helped babysit for her granddaughter, who needed to be watched at all times. And when Julie's family moved to a new school district with a better special needs school for her daughter, Julie's mom helped with the move. She helped paint the rooms in the new house. She paid for therapy. She babysat for long weekends so Julie and her husband could take a mental health break and get away. And then Julie realized something. All that time, she had thought she didn't need her mother. When she thought she was being so independent, her mother was always there, quietly helping in the background. It was only when the family faced the autism diagnosis and Julie's mom got even more involved that Julie realized how much she had always depended on her mother. So now Julie is watching how her mother does it, and she is learning how to be the wind beneath her daughter's wings too. Without her daughter necessarily knowing it, Julie will keep plugging away. Without either of her children knowing it, she'll be supporting them, encouraging them, and gently helping them fly, being the wind beneath their wings, which happens to be the title of her story. Julie's daughter is 13 now, and Julie is planning to take her to that same Mother's Day brunch. She doesn't expect her daughter to sing a song for her. She doesn't even expect her daughter to really appreciate being there. She figures her daughter will wish she was wearing jeans and a t-shirt too, instead of being dragged to that fancy brunch. But somewhere deep down, Julie knows that going to that brunch will help create the same foundation in her daughter that was created in her. That feeling that her mother really is there, supporting her even when she thinks she doesn't need a thing. So that's one of the popular themes from Chicken Soup for the Soul, Best Mom Ever. Just keep plugging away, because it really will make a difference to your children. If you want to read some more tips from the book, which is filled with reassuring stories for moms, go to our website, chickensoup.com, and come back tomorrow for Tip Tuesday. We're going to talk about another kind of support which was ultimately reciprocated and appreciated in a big way. And that was the week of September 11th, 2001, when some very kind Canadians in Newfoundland opened their homes and their hearts to hundreds of stranded airline passengers.